Welcome back to the Sports Perspective TV viewers and subscribers. As always, thank you for tuning in. Do appreciate you taking your time out to watch the video and interacting with the video as well. Whether that's with liking, commenting, or sharing, doesn't matter. Your interaction is very important and it's much appreciated, right? So in this video, we're going to be previewing the series, the test series between West Indies and South Africa, especially the first test match. Going to be sharing a few things about the South Africa team, a few things that I've noticed about their team, and then of course, discussing the West Indies team and giving you my predicted starting lineup for the first test match. And you as well, the viewers and subscribers, can share the lineup that you would go with for the test match as well in the comment section as usual. So yeah, so without further ado, let's get into the details, right? So the series, it's a two test match series, right? First one in Trinidad, then the next match will be in Guyana. So the South African team, is as follows, right? So Bavuma, he is their captain. Then you have David Bedingham, he scored some runs in the warm-up match, right? Matthew Bretsky, Nandre Berger. Gerald Kutsia was in there, but he sustained an injury, so he has been replaced. I don't remember the name of his replacement right now. Tony Dezorzi, Keshav Maharaj, Eden Markram, another top name, top quality batter. Wian Mulder, Lungi Ngidi, Dean Peterson, Dean Pete, Kagisa Rabada, of course, Ryan Rickerton, Tristan Stubbs, and Kyle Verini. Right, so that's the South African squad that will be taking part in this test series. A very good quality team. Are they better than the England team that we recently faced? The argument can be made. Some might say no, some might say yes. There can be arguments made for either way, right? But if you look at their batters, right? Bavuma, of course, Bedingham, he scored some runs. Markram, top quality. Then you have Ryan Rickerton, Tristan Stubbs. So there is quality in their batter. Dezorzi, right? So Dezorzi, he's not as big of a name, but he scored runs against the West Indies in the past, right? So he's definitely not one to overlook either. So they have a decent batting lineup coming up against our team. And their bowlers, of course, Rabada being one of the best fast bowlers in the world, up there, among the best in the world as in terms of fast bowlers. Ngidi as well, he does his thing, right? Maharaj, being a spin bowler. So there's a bit of quality in the South African team, right? And what I do notice, right, which I think this is something that the West Indies, Cricket West Indies, our players need to take note of or need to do something similar. If you look at this squad, there is actually so the original squad that was named, there were at least 7 players that took part in the T20 World Cup for South Africa in their squad. Obviously, Gerald Kutsia, he sustained an injury, so he's no longer in the squad. But that's 7 players from the T20 World Cup that's in their test team, right? Compare that to the West Indies, where most of our T20 players are not partaking in the test team. You have a Shamar Joseph, Gudakesh Moti, right? And that's pretty much it, right? So South Africa did not limit their team based on format. They tried to name a test team with some of their best batters available, or some of their best players still in their test team, and not pose a mediocre team for the test match format. And that's something that West Indies should and can learn from, take away from the South African team. Right, moving on to the West Indies team now and our predicted starting lineup. I've done a video detailing the squad before, so I won't really go over the West Indies squad again, right? But as far as the lineup goes, I do think the West Indian lineup will be, for the most part, similar to the lineup that took part that played in the England series, right? Obviously there's no Alzarri Joseph now, so Kemar Roach, who is back in the squad after being ruled out due to injury for the England series. He will definitely be in the starting lineup. So without further ado, I'll give you my starting lineup. So obviously up top, right, you have Kraig Brathwaite, and Mikael Louis. I think that's a given. They did, as far as getting the team off to a good start in that England series, in majority of the innings. More often than not, there were a few innings where Brathwaite got out early, but more often than not, they got the team off to a good start, consistently putting up scores of over 50, 70 odd runs for the as a first wicket partnership, right? So, Brathwaite and Louis, at the top of the order, of course. At number 3, I thought about this for a while. Obviously Kirk McKenzie has been dropped from the squad and he was at number 3 for us in that England series. No surprise that he was dropped either, right? Casey Carty, he's coming to the team. Who and more than likely he'll probably be the batter that bats in that number 3 position. Or they might choose to promote Athanaze and bring Athanaze a bit higher up in the order, so moving him from 4 to 3. Right, and then having Carty but at 4 or 5. Those are the different scenarios or different possibilities that I thought of. Of Tevin Imlach, who's been in the squad for a while. He hasn't gotten a game as yet, so I don't think, while it would be fair to give him an opportunity to see what he's able to do, I don't think they're going to do that. I think they will choose to go with the experience of a Casey Carty over the inexperience of a Tevin Imlach in the team. So Casey Carty at 3, Athanaze at 4, of course, and that's interchangeable. Kavem Hodge at 5. Now Jason Holder has competition in the form of a Justin Graves for that number 6 position. But I think in the first test match, Jason Holder will be given the benefit of the doubt. Again, for his experience and the fact that he did score a half century in the England series as well. In that number 6 position, we definitely want more from him with the bat, but we're talking about the West Indies team, the current West Indies team at the end of the day, and there isn't a lot. Yeah, I would say, yeah, just a whole lot at 6, right? But he definitely needs to be more consistent with the bat, right? I'm not just going to give him a pass because the West Indies team is quote unquote mediocre, right? No, he's still we do expect him to score runs and bat well for the team in that role. Right, at number 7, of course, is the wicket keeper Joshua Dasilva. Hopefully him playing at home, he can be a bit more consistent. There's no doubt that there's talent there. We saw in the England series where he scored 82, not out. And he's gotten a few starts as well, right? So it's just with a lot of these batsmen, it's consistency, and Joshua Dasilva is no different, right? So Dasilva at 7 for sure. Now at number 8, I think it will be Kemar Roach, batting at a number 8 position. Alzarri Joseph was the bowler that batted at number 8. And based on history, off the fast bowlers or off the bowlers, right? Kemar Roach can arguably be considered the best batsman. Shamar Joseph might have something to say about that. But so Kemar Roach at 8. At number 9, then you might see a Shamar Joseph, right? 10 would be Gudakesh Moti. Now, it's interesting with Gudakesh Moti, right? So, obviously, the team named Warkan, who's also a left-handed bowler in the squad as well, and I think it was just a move by them to add squad depth. So, if, let's say, Moti have a bad first test match, then they have someone to replace him, possibly, right? And in the form of a Joel Warkan, who when he has played for the West Indies, he's had his moments with playing for the West Indies, right? So it's not like he is a bowler that doesn't have any quality at all. I know a lot of the viewers and subscribers have an issue with him being in the team, but he does have some quality. He showed that in the West Indies Championship as well. He was among the top wicket takers in the West Indies Championship. So there's a bit of quality there, plus they're playing at home. So I would say Warrican's performance in the West Indies Championship, definitely was the main thing that, got him this spot in the team, right? And like I said, historically he's done decent for the West Indies, right? And then obviously at so Moti would be I think Moti will still get a nod for the first test match. And then obviously at number 11 would be Jaden Seals. You know, after his brilliant series against England, you know, there's no doubt that he will be in the team. So that would be the starting 11. I'm sure there are no surprises there for most of the fans, you know, with the only changes being Kemar Roach coming in for Alzarri Joseph and Casey Carty coming in for Justin Graves, right? Coming in for Kirk McKenzie, right? That's the change that I would make. But as always, you know, you're free to share your thoughts in the comment section. Do you agree with this lineup? You know, I'm assuming most people will agree with the lineup. You know, we are humans and we are entitled to our opinions, right? So let me know the lineup that you would go with in the comment section if you don't agree with the lineup that I just named, right? So just to go over it quickly, it would be Brathwaite, Lowe, Carty, Athenaeus, Hodge, Holder, Dasilva, Roach, Shamar, Moti, and Jaden Seals. That would be the starting 11 that I would go with. That's all I have for you in this video, viewers and subscribers. You know, as always, thank you for tuning in. You know, do remember to like the video, very important. Subscribe to the channel, and as always, you're welcome to share your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you, and I will see you in the next video.